Ladies and gents out in YouTube land, welcome back. It is going to be a busy day today, and this is a bike I haven't showed you guys yet because it's been too darn busy, but it is a 72 or 73 Triumph Tiger, and as you can see, we already have the engine out. I started making a video, and then it was a crazy day and didn't get to make a video, but we are gonna run over to my Triumph engine builder is in Monterey. So she has the engine already disassembled, and we need to go pick up all the cases and the aluminum because we're gonna vapor blast it and do some polishing. But basically on this bike, we're gonna do a mechanical restoration. So that's the plan with that one. But it's gonna be a busy day. Like I said, also have to drop off a pallet. We are shipping out, trying a new shipper. I've heard of shipping this way before, haven't ever tried it with Fastenal. Apparently they ship location to location. So I had a Harley Davidson tour pack trunk thing, and a guy saw it on Marketplace. He lives in California, but he's like 6-hour round trip drive away, and now that gas is $5 a gallon or whatever it is, he's like, hey, let's just try shipping it. They said like 125 bucks, so that's what we're gonna do. Also need to pick up engine cases from our other engine builder in San Jose for the TS250. We are gonna vapor blast those things just while it's all apart. And another order of the old MGM gear apparently is done. Got the call from the print shop, so got to go pick that up as well. Field trip day. Well, folks, it's a beautiful day. We are loaded up. Let's hit the road. Oh, a little bit of an overcast day here down in Watsonville, but we're headed over to the Fastenal, checking out all the fields. This is where a ton of the food in California or on the West Coast gets grown. Good old Watsonville, California. All right, boys and girls, we have arrived. I like the display out here. Wow. I love the color of this.
The original. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you, Mason.
Great to see you.
No, the original, when I first painted that, the original plan, I was going to do it flake red on one side, pearl white in the middle, and then that flake green on the other, and it looks so hokey.
Oh, really?
I just went with the flake.
It looks beautiful now.
Yeah, it came out good, didn't it?
And this is your turbo wing.
That's the turbo wing. Just got back from Portland with that. That was visitor's choice.
I saw a lot of pictures of this bike on Instagram from other people.
Yes. It sounds epic. There's my Trident. That Trident is the absolute love of my life.
Brent wants a Trident.
Brent can't have a Trident. It's not cool enough.
He's working up towards it. Cool. I love your shop here.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's small but humble.
Yeah.
There you go. Welcome.
Yeah.
So, my whole... Why not even start? Oh, it's got some fuel in it.
All right.
All right, let's have a look.
The old turbo wing. This is exciting. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will.
Turbo.
I love it.
It's turbo.
All right, guys. So this is Miss Emma's shop. She's going to be doing all our Triumph Norton engine rebuilds. She is our source for the British bike engine stuff, so we're really stoked on that. And I just picked up Ron's cases, so we're going to take those, clean them up, and I'll bring them back looking like new.
Always a pleasure. Hey there, out in Mason, George land.
And we're back in San Jose, the land of traffic. So much traffic. And tucked away back here in the cuts, we got engines only. Might not look like much, but man, Frank does a lot of good work for us.
Not that good, they don't. I don't care.
Exactly. Thanks, Frank. Check out this car. That's back when the trunk, you could fit 2, 3, 4 body in there, big time. When you see cars that look like that, you know you're in a good neighborhood. The old box Chevy. Last stop of the day, t-shirt place, and there's a motorcycle shop next door. Lots of traffic today, my goodness. We are barely crawling along. I guess COVID's over. COVID's over. Alrighty guys, so this is all the engine parts for Ron's Triumph, and oh my gosh, look how dirty it is. Filthy. We're not going to start on this quite yet. This is a long-term project, so we have other stuff that's a little bit more time-consuming, and that is the TS250. So we're going to blast this stuff, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to test our new blasting gun. Check this bad boy out. So we just got this thing. I can't remember the company name that makes it. I'll look it up in just a minute. But supposedly it cuts the blasting time in half. I'm going to do a separate little video where we're going to do a test on that, because this little guy was like 250 bucks. So we'll see how that works out. And Jeff is just putting some final touches on Gonzo's XR650R. I did some work to this the day before yesterday. Got everything kind of buttoned up with the carburetor and all that. Had to fix some coolant line issues. The line was too long, it was kinked. So I got that figured out, did a little coolant flush on her, and a couple last little things, tail light, and we got a little list over there. So should be done today. How about that headlight though? Yee-hee-hee. All right, so we are ready to do a little test. Here's the new gun. We have the factory Vapor Honing Technologies gun, and we're gonna do one side of the case with the old gun and one side of the case with the new gun. All right, so round one with the regular Vapor Honing gun is done. You can get a look-see, and then that's unblasted. But this is what it looks like normally. Comes out pretty good. These cases are super old, but yeah, they look all right. Now, got the new gun in, and let's give this to Eric and see what he comes up with. Work your magic, Eric.
I'll try.
Alrighty folks, so we kind of had a little bit of an unexpected result. So the finish with the new gun is a little different than the finish with the regular gun. And lighting wise, it's kind of hard to see in here, I guess. But basically the stock gun is giving us more of a shiny look, and the new one is giving us a little bit more of a factory look. Let's take it outside. So out here you can see a little bit better where the factory gun, like I said, definitely a little shinier on the finish. And then a little bit with the new gun, a little bit more of a factory finish. And we kind of like it. It's also a heck of a lot quieter. So yeah, kind of unexpected, a little different finish. It's definitely not as loud, which we really like. But let's get Eric's opinion, because he's the one that actually uses the machine the most. What do you think, Eric?
It was cool. It definitely got rid of the material faster. I didn't have to go over it as many times.
Also time-wise, what was the time difference?
A minute and a half.
Minute and a half out of, how long did it take overall to do one piece though?
Looking at 12 minutes versus 13 and a half minutes.
12 versus 13 and a half, not too bad. And like I was saying, I really like the finish. So that part's cool, and it gives us options. We can make little samples and then show it to customers and say, which finish do you want? More shiny, more factory? We're gonna go over this with the machine and see if basically if we blast the piece that we used the original gun for, what it does to the finish. We're still playing with it. It's our first time, but overall, pretty happy with it. I think it concentrates the blast zone a lot. I feel like that's the biggest difference. And then you said it doesn't have the kickback of the regular gun, which is kind of nice, especially if you're going for, you know, we blast whole engines, and sometimes Eric's standing in front of that machine for 3-4 hours a day sometimes. So, you know, if it is a little easier on him, then it's definitely better. But we're gonna keep playing with it. It did not cut our blast times in half. We'll try some other stuff. It was faster, but not cutting things in half. Wishful thinking. I don't know, guys. I sure am liking that new gun. That one's not done yet, but we've been working on it, and I think it's doing a pretty good job. Alrighty, folks. It has been a really busy week. The whole going down to Monterey and Watsonville and San Jose and all that stuff, man, that was a lot of driving. But big progress. New vapor blasting gun. Super stoked on that thing. And yeah, we're just we're plugging away. Miss Emma has the engine parts and all that, and she is working up a quote for the customer. So hopefully he'll want to go through with everything. It's going to be super expensive. The motor needs everything. She showed me the crank. It looked like crap. So it needs crank, rod, pistons, gaskets, nuts, bolts, pretty much every moving part, clutch. I wouldn't be surprised if that engine build is around $6,000. And if you're like, holy cow, yes, that is how much it costs to correctly rebuild a British twin. I have well over $6,000 into my Norton engine and transmission. So this is not a cheap game. If you want to play with the British bikes, you better bring your wallet because it is expensive. Speaking of, this one's almost done. As soon as this thing's done, we're gonna pull it off, make a little video, take it for a little ride, possibly. I don't know if it's registered or not. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you happen to be new to my channel, please subscribe while you're here, and we will see you on the next one.